You're what are we talking about today? The boys. The boys were really Gen V. I watched these podcasters called Potty Mouth. Shout out Potty Mouth. They were saying how, like, Gen V is ass. The marketing for it was terrible. Weirdly enough, this is the first time I make a video about some shit that I haven't watched. I haven't watched Gen V. But I guess the video is not really about Gen V. It's actually about the boys. What are we talking about today? The boys. The boys were really Gen V. I feel like the boys, and I want to get this out the way before motherfuckers think that I'm hating. Like, the boys is a fantastic. The boys is a success. The boys is a successful show. You can't take that away from it. If we're talking about live action superhero shows, like, it's gotta be in your top 10. It's gotta be in your top 5. It might be in your top 3. And I don't think that that's crazy. It's probably not in mine, but it's not crazy to have it in your top 3, right? The thing I have to say about it, though, right? For as great as the show is, it's way better on paper than it is on practice. You know what I mean? Like, I think, like, and I've said this before, the idea of an evil Superman, sauce. That shit's fire. Like, I liked it in The Boys. I liked it in Injustice. I liked it in Invincible. The execution is also dope. Homelander, I think, is like one of the most iconic characters of, like, I don't know, the late 2000s, early 2020s. I mean, the late 2010s, early 2020s. Like, in terms of, like, pop culture references, Homelander is as big as you can hope to be in this climate. You know what I mean? But when I try to get my brother in it, for example, and I was watching it with him, like, after I'd watched it already, I think that, like, as much of a draw as the Homelander storyline is, the show falls flat when you look at, like, the B plot, the C plot. Because if you think about it, right, The Boys is several seasons long. It's not like one of them, like, mini series, whatever, 8 episodes and they're one and done. Like, it's got multiple seasons to it. We're going on the 5th one right now. Right? So that means that, like, in order to not speed run the whatever Homelander Butch, rivalry they got going on, you got to give us a B plot, a C plot, and a supporting cast that we give a fuck about, so that we have something else to also keep us, entertained when we don't have Homelander on the screen, right? And I feel like, respectfully, bro, I think that's, like, why The Boys falls flat a lot of the times. When Homelander's not on the screen, people don't care. The Frenchie and Kimiko thing they got going on, I think it only got good. I think it only got good in the last season, when they finally decided, like, Butch is tripping, like, we need to pack our bags and get out. That's the only time I actually give a fuck. Everything they're doing prior to that, Kimiko, Frenchie, I really couldn't care less what they're doing. Butch and Mother's Milk, fire. I fuck with that. What's his name? Huey and Victoria Newman. That plot line, I don't care. Even when you get a deep episode, bro, they had us looking at, like, the deep in. He was in, like, some randy dandy ass town, like, making up for, the fact that Homelander didn't fuck with him anymore, bro. The Boys has such a hard time, in my opinion, making us care about a plot that isn't Butch is trying to kill Homelander. And with how long the episodes are and the seasons tend to feel, I don't know, man, it takes a toll on me. That's my opinion. I think that, like, like, as much as this show is fire and is successful and everything, it's hard to sit through, like, when you've watched it before, and I could definitely see how if a motherfucker came in to watch Homelander, the show could get pretty slow for them too.